The blind mole. Now, I don't know what noise a mole makes. If anyone can do a mole impression, we've got a few sort of going on there. The blind mole. Now, the good thing about the mole is he works very, very hard. So that's definitely a useful skill, isn't it? The blind mole just keeps going, won't ever give up. But the blind mole doesn't really know where he's going. I'll come down off the stage first for safety reasons. The blind mole doesn't really know. He's going, he'll keep going, but he won't ever necessarily see where he's going. You see, the problem with the mole is, and some of you may be familiar for this, is that he doesn't really see what all the opportunities are, or necessarily what the fastest route to success is. The mole sometimes misses opportunities for people. Are you missing opportunities? Say yes. Are you missing an opportunity right now? Say yes. Someone's got it. Do you want to open it up for everyone? I was a bit sneaky because you guys were watching the slide. But it was a lesson in what opportunities there are out there. And it's very, very easy to miss the opportunities if you're not tuned in. So that lady just won herself $50. So we've got one happy person in the whole room. Who's pissed off now? So there's a lesson to be learned here. There's an opportunity there. I'm going to give you another opportunity on Saturday, so keep your eyes peeled. Who'd like to win another $50? Say yes. So the ones that haven't put their hands up saying, I can't be bothered to walk all the way there for $50. If it was like 100 or 200, maybe I'll make an effort, right? But there will be another opportunity, so watch out for that. So, what did Brett and Tom say about the blind mole? Hard work and persistence is key. We touched on this before. You must see the big picture, though. You must see what's going on. I was sneaky because you guys were all focusing on my slides. Some of you turned around to see what was going on. Some of you turned to see that I was pointing. Got to see the big picture. There are a lot of £1 million ideas, or $1 million ideas in your case, obviously being a Brit, I think of pounds. Ideas genuinely are a dime a dozen. It's how you deliver that idea that's key. And Brett touched earlier on about making sure that your personality is coming through in what you do. Don't try and be someone else. No one does you better than you. Does that make sense? Say yes. So you've got to see the big picture. Now, I use a tool, I recommend a tool for seeing the big picture, and it's called a vision board. Who's heard of a vision board before? Okay. So for most of you, this isn't going to be news, but I'll tell you, I'm going to give you some information in a second. You're going to think, I've never heard of that before. So this is a vision board that I found on the internet, actually. A guy called Dan. And for those of you who don't know what a vision board is, it's very, very simple. What we do is we split up our life into different areas and segments. So it might be finance, it might be career, it might be family, it might be relationship with your partner, it might be fun and recreation, it might be growing and learning. What Dan's done is he's broken up his life into different areas, and he's put a picture on the board for that area as how he wants that area of his life to be, what represents the ideal for that area of his life, and he's put a phrase on it as well. So for example, I love and am loved back, and there's a picture of him and his wife. I'm surrounded with wealth. So key phrases. This makes sense to everyone that's not seen it before, yep? What you want to do is put this vision board somewhere that you cannot avoid it. So with me, I've got it next to my bed. I've got a copy next to where I work. I've got a copy on my phone. It's everywhere. Because what it's doing is it's training my unconscious brain that this is what I want. So it will look for opportunities to get me that. So those of you who are aware of The Secret, the film The Secret, who's heard of The Secret? It's similar to that. It's basically finding ways to manifest what you want. But the key, where I think The Secret falls over, you've got to take action towards what you want as well. If you sit there with your vision board, which is great, and you're training your brain, doing some sort of om, it may happen. I'm not saying it won't. I'd rather go om, get it in my head, and then go for it. Do whatever it takes. Does that make sense? Say yes. What most people don't tell you about vision boards is we actually have 5 senses. Vision boards is 1. So if you're a visual person, vision boards are brilliant. But there's 4 other senses. Now 2 of them are minor. Smell and taste are minor senses. But equally auditory can be very important to people, and touch can be very important to people as well. So if you're just using a vision board and you're not a visual person, then it's not going to work for you. So what you need is to create what I call an auditory board as well. So you need to have sounds or music that's going to trigger those same sort of responses. So you need to have something saying to yourself like, I am healthy, wealthy and wise. Or a bit of music you know is going to get you in the right state for the day. Because you could be an auditory person. If you're just standing there looking at pictures all the time, you're going to be like, kind of motivated, kind of not. And equally, you need some, if you're kinesthetic or you like touching things, if you like getting hugs off people, that type of thing, then you need to have something you can feel or touch. And what I find very useful is to have something on your key ring, for example, or your key fob that you can touch. A friend of mine wants a Ferrari. She's got a Ferrari on a key fob. She rubs that every day. She's already up to a BMW convertible, so she's well on her way. Brett's quality question. You might want to repeat these after me. What is my dream? How will it feel inside when I achieve it? Stronger now. What will I be able to do because of it? Good. Who will I help? Fundamentally human need is to help other people. Very, very important.